Earlier today, the Sonic social media team kicked off a new marketing campaign called Racing Around the World, and alongside that, they released a promotional video in which they partnered up with Red Bull and 3-time American Rally champion Brandon Semenuk. The video is very well put together, and I just wanted to make a short video detailing every detail and reference that I noticed in the trailer that you may have missed. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and check out FiGGYZ's link to the description below. With that being said, let's take a look at the trailer. The video starts off by giving us the coordinates of where the Sonic Speed training course takes place. If we plug those coordinates into a map, it brings us to Vancouver, specifically downtown Vancouver, which is a little strange since the race course is supposed to be in the middle of a forest, but it's whatever. After that, we see Brandon Semenuk walk up to a Sonic-themed racing car, and on the side of it we could see a giant Sonic the Hedgehog logo, alongside a drawing of Sonic's feet pressed down on the gas pedal, which was teased on Sonic the Hedgehog's social media a couple days ago. When Brandon enters the car, his co-driver is holding what appears to be a map, and on it, we can see quite a few Easter eggs and references to the Sonic franchise. We can clearly see a dark, neutral, and Hero Chow's head on the bottom, a giant loop, and a Motobug as well. Skipping forwards in the video a bit, we see the map again more clearly this time. This reveals a checkpoint, a danger sign seen most prominently in Sonic Generations, and also a giant game of tic-tac-toe. There are also things on the map like a forest and a bridge, but I don't really know if they reference anything. Going back in time a little bit, the camera zooms on the speedometer and there are quite a few interesting details to this. The first and most obvious one is Tails' real name, miles per hour, being prominently displayed since it's a pun based on the unit of measurement miles per hour. We can also see that the race car has collected 12 rings, and it also looks like there's a life icon next to the rings with a 1 next to it. Now, I don't know which life icon this is, but to me at least, this looks most like Sonic's life icon that we see in Sonic Mania due to the coloring and the pixelated look of it all. After that, Brandon hits a Sonic bobblehead and we're introduced to Sonic the Hedgehog. I love how they decided to use a mascot costume for this and not do CGI. I don't know why, I just do. Sonic then runs away and Brandon shifts the car into gear and they're both off to race each other. Right before Brandon takes off though, we get a close-up shot of the car's back tire. To the left of the tire on the body of the car, we could see a picture of Sonic racing past a checkered flag and the name Sonic beneath it. Now, while I could not find the exact picture, the picture of Sonic himself is from the official Sonic Challenge virtual run. But we don't have time to dig into it too deeply today. These runs were put on by Metal Dash, and by completing the race, you could get yourself some Sonic merchandise. Anyways, I think it's the same Sonic due to the posing, and especially the 3 spikes on the back of his back foot looking the exact same in both pictures. Moving on, both racers take off and start running and driving through the course while a remix of Metal City from Sonic Riders plays in the background. Take a listen. The video gives us a nice close-up of the backside of the race car, which has the Racing Around the World logo shown prominently, alongside a tiny Sega logo as well. After Sonic mocks Brandon and his co-driver, we see them do more racing and then they drive through a giant ring that takes them to Green Hill Zone. The giant warp ring looks exactly like the ones we see in Sonic Racing Cross World, and the music that plays in Green Hill Zone is a remix of Green Cave from Sonic Riders. Take a listen. As the races are racing, we can see a giant loop up ahead like the one we saw on the map earlier, and we can see Knuckles jumping out of a bush and holds up the green Chaos Emerald. I'm pretty sure this is a new model of Knuckles, which I think looks really good. It reminds me of the Sonic Heroes models we saw in the CGI cutscenes of that game, but they look more modern now. Anyways, he doesn't hold it for long though because the racers zoom by him so fast that he almost gets knocked off his feet and he flings the green Chaos Emerald into the air. I want to take a close look at Knuckles here because there are quite a few references in this shot alone. First off, the green Chaos Emerald can easily be mistaken for a shard of the Master Emerald, like how he mistakes the green Chaos Emerald for a shard of the Master Emerald in Sonic Adventure. He also jumps out from behind a bush, which could be referring to how in Sonic 3's box art, Knuckles can be seen hiding in a bush directly behind Sonic. Now, both these can be seen as coincidences, but this last one is definitely a reference. When Brandon and Sonic race past Knuckles, he starts balancing on his left foot, bringing his right leg into the air and swinging his arms in circles. Well, This exact animations is what Knuckles does in Sonic 3 whenever he's bouncing off a ledge, and that's just such a subtle but cool reference that I can't believe someone even thought of this. The green Chaos Emerald is then caught by Rouge, who gives it to Shadow, who then gives it back to Brandon. Now Shadow holding a green Chaos Emerald could be referring to Team Dark's Team Blast, but that's such a far stretch that I don't even think it's remotely true. Anyways, Sonic and Brandon go through a giant loop, and then they head back through a warp ring, bringing them back to Vancouver. If you listen, the music changes back to Metal City after they exit the warp ring. The two of them keep racing, but Sonic eventually passes Brandon and is holding the checkered flag as Brandon crosses the finish line. After Brandon crosses, we can hear the Sonic Generations level completion jingle. Sonic continues to wave the flag around, and then we get to see the promotional image for Racing Around the World, and the tagline, "Try to keep up." Now, if you're an old Sonic fan, or you're just a huge fan of Sonic Riders, you would know that this is the tagline that they would use for Sonic Riders at the end of commercials for it.
Sonic Riders. Coming February 21st. Try to keep up. Rated E for everyone.
It's such a cool and obscure detail that I was surprised they even referenced it. Overall, I like this trailer, and I'm super excited to see what this year of Racing Around the World has to offer for Sonic. Anyways, if you watched to the end, then thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more fun Sonic content in the future. Also, don't forget to check out FiGGYZ, which is linked down below. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.